for another lesson. I don't know what I talking about. There was this brother that he from Africa, and I was talking to another individual, and he just bluntly said that he hoped nobody else have my mentality or mentor any young individuals because I have a warped idea of reality. Needless to say, he don't like my opinions on the modern woman, and he was saying that his wife ain't like that. So my simple question was, I'm pretty sure that your wife ain't African American or from this country. He like, no, my wife from Africa, 'cause they both from Africa. And I like, well, you really don't understand because you don't have the experience and the way Africa, well, the traditional African matrimony operate way different than here in America, especially in today's day and age. He try and tell me that, no, it's not like that and a bunch of other garbage. And I'm like, so let me ask you this question. How many women in our society that you see with our quote unquote similar pigmentation or whatever pigmentation you want to insert here out there dressing like Tatianas and doing all kind of ratchet stuff and shit like that. A lot and stuff. And he was like, well, my wife and this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, if your wife have American friends, they're going to end up warping her ideology. And he says something that I find very intriguing. He like, oh, well, my wife like to think that she independent. So the poisoning of the well already begun. But you don't see that. Most men nowadays, especially that coming from other countries, don't understand what's really going on here. And with the rise of all this ism and stuff, you starting to see its reach outside of the continent of Africa and outside of the country of America. And it's starting to affect many other places. There was a story of a lady that kicked her daughter out of the house and she was Asian because her daughter had her OnlyFans and all kind of stupid stuff and, the ideology getting to the people. He was saying that he trusts his wife and all of this stuff and yeah, I didn't want to get into that conversation. Needless to say, I don't really care about your relationship. But he don't understand because he not in the field. Now, when I was out there doing a bunch of stupid shit and plowing down people's wives and stuff, you start to come to the realization that this so-called loyalty and, till death do us part and stuff, you start to realize that these things are fallacies. And everybody know why it's called a Disney fantasy. It don't exist anymore, especially in this day and age. What he failed to understand is that most women never want to be with you when you building. They only want to wait at the finish line with their hand out because they're lazy as hell. Men like us are a last of a dying breed. The one that understand that our women are not our friends. I don't need your damn friendship. I'm here to make sure that this ship don't land on the rocks. And we're not equal. We never will be. But then when you tell people that who have this quote-unquote blue pill simp mentality, they don't understand where you're coming from. They don't understand that you need to keep your foot on your woman's neck to keep her in line. Or these are extreme ideologies and right. I don't listen to people and people that try to give you relationship advice and stuff because most of these fools, yeah. As I said, you shouldn't be listening to people on the internet. And you do your own research and stuff like that and then find out who real from who fake. But I can promise you that if you're listening to these people, they gonna lead you to a life of misery. You need to understand as the man, you're supposed to be the man and that's it. She ain't supposed to try and compete with you for your only masculinity in the relationship. Nah, you supposed to wear the pants and you only. That responsibility solely fall on your shoulder. If she want to try and wear the pants, she don't need you. Let her go do that crap somewhere else. Don't be bamboozled and don't fall into these rhetoric that the people trying to push on us. Keep grinding and keep doing what you gotta do and keep your foot on your girl neck. Because as they always say, an idle mind is the devil's playground. And when your woman don't have nothing to contribute or nothing to do, she gonna find something to do, whether that's bouncing on another guy or letting another guy tear up or feel unprotected or sloppy toppying other people, and it's a bunch of ridiculousness. Just remember the words that I tell you, and you can keep it in your back pocket for reference at a later date. You've been taught.